discretion is advised.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Not much of a break between these two trailer breaks we've got coming for you today. I am the Tech Mitchell Wright. That, of course, is the Muse Justin Kyle. Say hello everyone, Justin.
Hello everyone.
There it is. Yes. See, now all we need is for that telltale vibrating of the phone going off.
Give it a little bit. It'll happen, I'm sure.
Okay. It won't be official till it does. We want to get right back at it. We were kind of in the spirit of DC, and we're going to stick with that right now. There's been a lot of hype, been a lot of talk. It's been out for a little while, but we figured it was time we finally gave it a peek of our own for you all to enjoy. So here is the sneak peek from the geek side of it all. The 2016 release of Batman vs. Superman. So, without any ado, yet again, here you go.
Today is a day for truth. The world needs to know what happened and to know what he stands for. That kind of power is very dangerous. Let the record show that this committee holds him responsible.
That's how it starts. The fever. The rage that turns good men cruel.
This Bat vigilante is like a one-man reign of terror.
You don't get to decide what the right thing is. Nobody cares about Clark Kent taking on the Batman.
This means something. It's all some people have. It's all that gives them hope.
People hate what they don't understand. Be their hero, Clark. Be their angel. Be their monument. Be anything they need you to be. Or be none of it. You don't owe this world a thing. You never did.
Do you know the oldest lie in America, Senator? The devils don't come from hell beneath us. They come from the sky.
20 years in Gotham. How many good guys are left? How many stayed that way? He has the power to wipe out the entire human race. And we have to destroy him.
Not our enemy.
Black and blue. God versus man. Day versus night. The red capes are coming. The red capes are coming.
that trailer, without any doubt, has so much going on. It's not hard to follow, but it's hard to think what's the main storyline and what's just things that they're setting up for a later date. You know what I mean?
Right.
So again, we're going to have to do a little speculation, though. I think we have a better idea of maybe where this story is going compared to we did with Suicide Squad. Right. And of course, we'll talk about all the cast. We'll talk about visuals, music, like we always do. And then we'll give you the geek rating, as always. But to start off, like I always say, Justin, give it to me. What you got?
Well, you said it really good. This is a very meaty trailer. There's a lot to chew on in this trailer.
Oh yeah.
There's just so much to talk about as far as what they showed us. It's extremely vague. If we're talking about the things as far as like even the riders on those horses, you're like, what's up with that? General Zod's body. I mean, it's just there's just a lot to talk about. There's still a lot that we don't know. My biggest concern when we're talking about that is I really want the focus of this movie to be, not to start off in a negative tone, but I really want the focus of this movie to be Batman versus Superman. Right. So the only other thing that kind of worries me is it looks like they have so much going, not to mention the rumors that I've heard, that may only, the climax of that conflict may happen, halfway through the movie, and then after that it's all this other stuff. Like one of the rumors you may have heard it that General Zod, they're going to make him come back essentially as Doomsday, and so
yeah, and I've heard that, and then I heard he came back, and I don't know if he was talking about, did he say something about flippers or something like that, or webbed hands, and then he said no, it's not. It's like there's been I don't know if there's a bunch of smoke screen or something they're trying to throw up or what.
I have no idea what Michael Shannon's doing with that. And I don't think he's kind of a weird cat anyways.
Yeah.
So he really is. If you watch him in interviews, he's a great actor. He's a phenomenal actor. But I think until we see the movie, especially at this point after he's changed his mind, because at first he said that weird flippers thing, and then he said that he was just lying essentially.
Yeah.
That could have been Warner Brothers being like, "What are you doing? Stop talking." I don't think we're going to know until the movie comes out, really, what his part's going to be. Right. But he does we do know he has a part. Otherwise, they wouldn't have shown his body.
Yeah, exactly. There's some kind of tie-in. They do something with him or to that effect. And, I know there's been a lot of speculation, the fact that, people are saying, well, who's Wonder Woman fighting? They're like, oh, she's fighting Doomsday. And it's just like, there's that picture of her kind of getting ready to come back, and I've seen that they have like an oval over the, kind of the upper corner of the picture, like, oh, you can see a spike of Doomsday. It's like, this is a little early to think any of that's going on. But one of the things, I mean, we all have a pretty good idea that Lex Luthor is stirring the pot somewhat. But then we also have, the scenes to where you let your family die. And, I was wondering, is that the Joker? And then you said maybe it's Robin?
There's a rumor going on. And that's another, you can look at this either as a criticism or genius on Warner Brothers' parts.
Right.
It's so vague that no one knows essentially what's going on. All of these crazy fan theories are out there. And at some point, you're just like, look, we just got to wait to see the movie. Because one of the crazy theories is Jared Leto is actually Jason Todd.
Yeah.
He's not actually Joker. I'm sure you've heard that too. So,
yeah.
I don't believe that. One of the things is that the Joke's on You, Batman, that was actually Jason Todd. Jared Leto's going to be Jason Todd. I don't believe that. If it's true,
No.
that would kind of explain how jacked up Jared Leto's getting. You know, he's getting pretty massive for the role. I kind of think he's just going to be a really badass Joker or someone that can throw down with Batman, you know?
And, a question I have, I know we haven't seen anything about it, but I wonder if Leto makes any kind of cameo in this and they've just kept it quiet enough. I could be wrong. There could be no possibility to it. I just, I wonder with that suit there, and like you said, you could see that R on the Robin suit, but that I'm sorry, when I see ha ha ha, the joke's on you, Batman. I mean, who else do you think that's going to be?
Right,
so,
exactly right.
Or is he keeping that as a keepsake, and he looks at that to kind of fuel him and fire him up? Maybe it's that. I could throw different possibilities out all day long.
That's something that I think Batman would definitely do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he walks by it every day as a reminder. He's gonna get sad every time he looks at it, but that's in his character's nature. If you know him.
And for people to think, oh, that's not an R. Yes, that's an R. And then if you can see, it is holding Robin's staff, which is a telltale back to comics and everything else.
Right, and then we were talking before we started recording that in the first trailer, in the 2-minute version, when you see Batman in that, it almost looks like a Coliseum with a lot of graffiti. He's clearly holding something that's really long.
Right.
A lot of people thought that was some sort of gun, but I heard from a source that that's actually Robin's staff. So maybe he's at the memorial, maybe where Robin died, and he's holding his staff. I don't know, but you can clearly see it in this trailer.
I've got a visitor. Can I help you, sir? Okay. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that little technical difficulty with the Rugrat. Yeah, the whole Coliseum scene. I mean, I'm with you. It definitely feels like the staff. It definitely feels like it's going that route. Another question is I want to know why is Superman bowing to Lex Luthor? I mean, is he got a little kryptonite hold over him? Is he holding somebody hostage? What's going on?
Well, that's a great question. You can tell by his expression that he's not liking it. I don't think he's doing it voluntarily. So it
didn't seem like he was.
It's definitely, I think Lex is going to have a lot of leverage. In fact, if you watch, whenever Superman's in that hallway and he's starting to walk down, and then you see the soldiers with the Superman patch on their arms and they're kneeling.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he's digging that either. He almost has like a look of disgust or disdain on his face while he's walking down, like he doesn't want it to. So, I mean, there's a theory going out that those are actually Lex's employees, and that's his army. That's the tie into like the government thing, the whole Senate hearing at the beginning. That kind of makes sense. I can kind of see them going that route. Logically, that seems like that could be plausible.
More of Lex feeding the fire, so to speak. Sorry.
Right, because we see the senator, we see Holly Hunter's character talking with Lex, and he looks like he has some influence over her too, from the trailer. When he's saying they come from the sky, and she's sitting there looking at him.
Yeah, he's got his hands. He's dipping his hands into a little bit of everything. He's definitely got a plan, and he's pulling the strings. This is definitely what you can tell on that.
Right. Or otherwise being Lex Luthor.
Yeah, but like I said, story-wise, there's so many things going on. It's hard to tell what's the main storyline and what's part of the story that they're trying to set up to the Justice League.
Right.
And go for it.
Are you worried at all or would it bother you at all if like the conflict between Batman and Superman is like not necessarily the biggest thing, but there's just so much other things that maybe it's not as significant as you would think? Because I gotta say, when I heard about this,
it was. Got him.
I don't know what just happened. I think I got an email on my
No,
phone.
it doesn't. It still happened. I'm still using it.
We'll take it when we get it.
It's official.
Okay, so I would be upset when I hear the title Batman v Superman. When I first heard it, and when they announced it at Comic-Con, remember they had the general from the Man of Steel come out and he read that passage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want you to remember the one man that beat you, and then everyone started kind of thinking that's the direction they were going to go, and then they announced Batman v Superman. I'm thinking, and I want as a fan, I want that conflict to be the main story in this thing, and I guess
yeah, and it, like, I'm with you. It can be the main conflict and the main part of the story, and I hope that it is. And I'll be fine with it as long as it happens closer towards the end, but then maybe in that little end piece, if there's something else that develops, as long as that main conflict was your main focus and the small thing that may develop after it to lead up to Justice League, it is not so much that it completely takes away but leaves you wanting more.
Right.
I'll be okay with that.
And that's not to get off topic, but that's where you really got to hand it to Marvel. They are really good about doing. They give you all that you want in an Iron Man movie, yet at the little sprinkles, they're really good at pacing as far as tying in little things of the overall story. They're good at that overall. DC has yet to prove that. Obviously, they've only had one movie, but there just looks like there's so much to this movie. You know, so many subplots and all this other stuff.
Yeah. I
don't know.
I mean, we could sit here for hours and speculate. But as like I said, as far as I could say, folks, hopefully the fight is the focus. Yeah, you want them to tie everything in and pace everything in, and hopefully they do their homework and they take their time to do it right and they don't rush it. That's just me.
Right.
Now, character-wise, this movie is loaded. Just like the Suicide Squad, this movie's loaded. Sorry, I'm gonna flying around in here.
Bone cookies.
Jason Momoa, Arthur Curry, Aquaman, of course Henry Cavill, Clark Kent, Superman, Amy Adams, Lois Lane, Ben Affleck, Bruce Wayne, Batman, Ezra Miller, Barry Allen, The Flash. It says rumored on IMDb, but I know it's confirmed now. We talked about it. Jesse Eisenberg, Lex Luthor, Diane Lane, of course, Martha Kent, you saw her in the trailer. Gal Gadot, of course, is Diana Prince or Wonder Woman. Gina Malone, rumored as Barbara Gordon. Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Thomas Wayne. We saw him in the flashbacks. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, folks, was in
Watchmen.
Yeah,
he was
Watchmen.
The comedian.
He was the comedian. Thank you.
Right.
I had it, and I had a moment. So, there's a senior moment for you right there. The gray is showing. Michael Shannon, of course, makes his cameo as General Zod. Lawrence Fishburne, of course, you see in the trailer as Perry White. Holly Hunter, Senator Finch. And it has credited an actor, Bailey Chase, but doesn't say anything about the character. And other than that, that is your main cast that it shows at this time, which is name after name. So, I mean, DC is definitely is casting quality actors to play huge roles in both movies.
And they're also making bold to the point of being almost controversial casting choices. I mean, when they cast Jesse Eisenberg, that created a storm like I haven't seen in a while, as well as Ben Affleck. There were a lot of people on the day that he was cast when they said Ben Affleck is the new Batman, and you can watch interviews about Ben Affleck talking about it, where he was like, "Yeah, it's not going to bother me. I'm expecting it."
Right.
And then when he actually Googled, Ben Affleck new Batman, and the first thing he says is he read the words "no" in all caps and with exclamation marks. And he was like, "No, I can't watch this."
Oh, I forgot to mention, and I don't know why they didn't have this on the main page, but Ray Fisher plays Victor Stone, Cyborg, is
that's right
as well in this, and I mean and then finally you get into everybody in between, and I mean it gets lengthy,
right?
Lengthy, just like Suicide Squad. I could go on for days. So, I mean, they've got the cast. They've got the people. They've got the talent there, just like they did in Suicide Squad. The movie, I hope that given the big cast, the big story, and the big cat that's walking in the background behind me, but given all those things that make this movie so big, that it is not so big and congested that it does not come across as hitting every point it should. I hope the movie is not so big and so caught up that it doesn't take the time to develop a story or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's my concerns.
That another one you nailed that on the head. I'm a little worried about that. The other thing I'm worried about is I don't want them to, like you said, just with the cast, you got Aquaman, you got Cyborg, you got Wonder Woman.
Right.
These are the first times we're seeing these characters. So it's either going to be really kind of small, which I think they should be, since this is the first time, and it should be about Batman v Superman again. I'm worried that they're trying to cram in too much. That's it all comes back to that worry for me.
And now for something completely different.
Now, graphics and visuals, I mean, this thing's full of them, and it looks spot on, and everything looks well touched, well polished. There's not a problem there or anything like that.
Right.
And of course, the sound and the music. I mean, it was all very fitting. It wasn't anything that just completely was just as gripping as Suicide Squad's, but it in essence it still served its purpose. Right. I think the one thing that I have to say, and I know a lot of other people felt the same way, is all the visuals and the looks at Affleck's Batman, to me, were the highlights of the trailer.
Right. The number one thing, and I think what's smart of him to put this as the opening thing, is when you see Bruce Wayne is the only one running into that rubble. That has hero written all over.
Runs right into the cloud.
Right.
Okay, it's okay.
Ben Affleck, he was also my favorite part. He was the number one thing that stood out for me. And
yeah.
It makes sense because that there were a couple rumors going around that you heard that the Warner Brothers executives gave it a standing ovation when they said it, and they called Ben Affleck the definitive Batman.
Get on with it.
And then the other thing that's cool about Ben Affleck, I mean, yeah, he already played a superhero, as did a lot of them. But
yeah.
The guy is a beast. He's like 6'4".
Oh yeah.
He's got the superhero body naturally. Those wide shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that amazing jaw.
Everything here is fantastic.
So, I mean, yeah, given all that said, and so much to look at, and it's kind of... Got him! Yes! Yes! It is completely official. That was the real deal right there, folks.
You could tell that was the real deal.
But that one hit hard. It was... Yeah!
Right, stop that. Silly.
What is the Muse's magic number for me tonight?
8.75.
8.75. We're getting technical to the 100th on this one, folks.
I think I want to give it better than an 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would give it a 9 though. That's the thing, and I don't know in some things I would give it a 10. Like visually, I would give it a 10, but in other things I would not give it a 10. So, you know, I like the Suicide Squad better, which reasons we've already talked about.
Mm-hmm.
In some things, I think it was epic, especially when it showed the actual Batman versus Superman footage. I thought that was awesome. I was like, yes, let's watch this right now. That shot where Batman jumps up and lands on him and they crash through the building, that was epic in the trailer, especially with the music. And I don't know if it's because as far as a movie goes, an actual movie, I'm more excited for this than Suicide Squad. I just like the Suicide Squad trailer better. So, and I think one of the reasons maybe it's not a 10 is because I am so nervous about it. I mean, we're only so concerned because of how much we care about it.
Exactly.
Right. So I'm just gonna stay with an 8.75.
I just want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you.
I'll give it I give it
Well,
more of like, yeah.
Before you before you actually say your number.
Okay.
I just thought of something. Okay.
As
a trailer. Now, when I told you that maybe mine was lower because I'm worried about the movie, that's not fair to the trailer. Because I'm lowering this trailer because of something I don't know yet. So, as a trailer, I'm going to go ahead and throw that aside because logically, I don't think that's fair to the people that made the trailer.
Okay.
As a trailer, if you look back at it, yes, we are worried that it's going to have too much because of what we saw in the trailer. But as a trailer, man, this was pretty epic. It showed. I'll give it a 9. I'm at least going to give it a 9. I'm going to change my vote. I'm going to give it 15 more points. 15 more. The music was good. Overall, I'll give it a 9.
Okay. You know, yeah. Okay. Not looking at that still. I can give it a 9 as well.
Hallelujah! Where's the Tylenol?
All right. Given that said, ladies and gentlemen, that is our trailer break for tonight. Again, take a look. Follow us on Facebook at 3 Geeks Flix. We have a blog spot. It has not had a lot of traffic here lately. There has not been a whole lot of time for articles. But we've got it. If you want to check it out, take a peek. 3 Geeks Flix on Blogspot. Also, of course, where you find all these videos. YouTube, check us out, 3 Geeks Flix. Follow us. Let us know what you think. We want feedback, folks. Give us feedback. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want to see. Anything at all. We'll entertain it. And, you know, if it's good enough for the general population, we'll review it. Minus a few adult films.
You ought not talk that way. You're just a boy.
Other than that, hey, we have children. We got to draw the line somewhere. Other than that, yeah, that's right. Other than that, I am the tech, Mitchell Wright. That is the muse, Justin Kyle. Again, stay tuned to the glow of those monitors because we're gonna catch you next time. Have a good night. All right. Well, hello. Damn it, that sounds stupid.
Yep.
I'm gonna make a video about giving little kids candy.
Boy, I'm gonna throw a rotten bone at your face. Hear that Rocco cheat on?
He's just gonna throw a bone at your face.
I caught that much. I'm not really opposed to the matter.
Is there something you want to say to the people on YouTube?
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
Don't you ever
Way too little.
go to the bathroom and eat an apple.
Words of wisdom. Okay.
I'm okay.
No, you're not. There's nothing about you that is okay. Where are you going? Come here. Don't be shy. Everyone's going to see this. So there's no pressure, but you have to look cool. Okay.
It's hard.
It is hard, isn't it?
I know, but.
So you're going to say to people on YouTube, it's hard.
Yeah.
Yep. Good.
You ought not talk that way. You're just a boy.
Okay.
I'm a Green Lantern.
It's hard. The year was 1985. There were 4 of us that left that night. Only 3 of us came back. Only 2 of us came back men. Only 1 of us came back with our dignity.
Just a few more minutes, Justin. Well, hello everyone again. We are back, and we are not. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. What's that smell between your thighs?
You heard it here first.